Okay, so I'll be discussing again how to transform a general form of a quadratic function into its vertex form. So before we start, let's go back first um, with the general form of a quadratic function. So the general form is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is your general form. Now, given this general form, we will be transforming it into what we call the vertex form. And the vertex form is written as, still the same thing, y is equal to a quantity x minus h squared plus k. So this is your vertex form. Now, how do we do that one? How do we how do we transform rather a certain quadratic function in general form to its vertex form? So here are the steps to follow. I will be telling it to you as we solve a certain given. So, how to do it? Let's have an example. Let's have this example. This is actually your example, the one that I gave, but let's try to solve it again, and then let's try to compare if our solution is the same as the one that I gave. So it is y is equal to x squared plus 8x plus 12. Okay, so you have y is equal to 8x plus 12. So before everything else, identify your A, B, and C first so that later on you will not have problems with identifying them because you already did it beforehand. So the value of your A is 1, value of B is 8, and the value of C is 12. So make sure to identify so that you wouldn't be confused. So first step. The first step is you will be separating the first and second term from the third term by placing the first and second term inside a parenthesis. So again, as what you see on the screen, we have separated x squared and 8x by placing them inside a parenthesis. Next, transform the ones inside the parenthesis into a perfect square trinomial. How do we do that? How do we transform it into a perfect square trinomial? So we add, you have here a scratch work, you add b over 2 squared to your perfect square trinomial. So this is what I told you a while ago to identify A, B, and C because there might be formulas that you will be using later on. And then, since you have your values already, you wouldn't have a hard time identifying them. So let's try to get the value of B over 2. So your B is 8 over 2. 8 over 2 squared. 8 divided by 2 class is 4. And 4 raised to the power of 2 is 16. So what are we going to do, miss? We will be adding 16 to form our perfect square trinomial. So you have y is equal to x squared plus 8x plus 16. And then, to remain the originality of the equation, if we add 16 on the other side, we make sure that we subtract 16 also.